guys, it's me, Beth. This is Remark, and today we're going to talk about the Book of M by Peng Shepherd. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining. I am coming at you from my iPhone today while I'm on a walk. I used to be a pretty hardcore runner and then got out of the habit, and so now I'm trying to get back in, and it is so hard. So hard. Word to the wise, don't do what I did and get out of the habit, because getting back in is not an easy feat. So while we're out and about today, we're going to talk about the Book of M by Peng Shepherd. This is a really interesting book that kind of follows a post-apocalyptic world. In it, it follows mainly these two main characters, Orlando and Maxine, Ori and Max for short. They're blissfully married, but unfortunately they're living in a world in which people have begun to lose their shadows, and along with their shadows they start to lose their memories as well. So kind of an interesting construct that we get here, because there's a little bit of kind of a supernatural element that comes along with losing the memories, because it's kind of the concept of like if a tree falls in a forest and it doesn't make a noise, so if a tree falls in a forest and you don't hear it fall, did it really make a noise? Well, in this case, we have the construct of if people don't remember it, then does it even exist? No. It ceases to exist, or it morphs into something completely different. And so for that reason, the shadowless people are deemed dangerous, enemies of the state, and they must be eradicated or fought against or protected against or whatever. And so whenever Maxine loses her shadow, all of a sudden they know it's just a matter of time. It's pretty much all over for them, because she's going to forget all sorts of things. Eventually she might even forget Ori, and along with that forgetting, Ori might cease to exist. It's kind of a sad setup. Now, as far as that supernatural element went, I was a little bit, it was hard for me to grasp onto it, because there's so many what ifs that can go into it, like, well, wouldn't everybody then cease to exist? Or, you know, if entire cities and their populations are ceasing to exist, then wouldn't it have gone ahead and spread worldwide? What makes someone shadowless as opposed to shadowful? And why does it seem like the shadows have their own separate sentient consciousnesses? Why are they sentient separately from these people? So those were some questions that I was a little bit shaky on and don't feel like I fully resolved. I don't know if the author meant to resolve these questions in the telling of the book, or meant to leave it kind of open-ended for our imaginations to figure it out. I kind of like it when an author doesn't spoon-feed everything to us, the readers. At the same time, I feel like if you're going to imagine a world that big and that out there, then maybe a little bit more thought needs to be put into all the constructs that go into it. Alright guys, I've sat here long enough. Let's walk and talk. There's my shadow. Hello. Okay, so the main qualm I had with this book was that it was longer than it needed to be. So did we need to spend all this time with the world building and the people? Probably not. Probably not, but it was still a pleasurable time to get to know them. I liked knowing Ori and Max and getting to know the ancillary characters as well, such as the one who gathers, and hearing all those stories. They just went on quite a bit too long, kind of like this sentence is. Did I enjoy it though? Yes. It was a good book. Peng Shepherd is a lovely author who elicited a lot of emotions. So the thing that kind of got me about this book was the pain and tragedy of forgetting. It's just so sad when M starts to lose her memory and she tries so desperately to hold on to it. It makes me think about just all sorts of things, like real life applications such as Alzheimer's, losing a loved one to that, and also the fear they must feel when it starts to happen. And it makes me think of some literary examples as well, in which people have the bliss of knowingness of knowledge, and then the pain and the tragedy of forgetting, such as in Flowers for Algernon. oh man, that's one of the classic stories about how horrible it is to forget and how you kind of become a shadow of yourself in the wake of that. So I wanted a little bit more from this book. I wanted to know what happened with him after the fact, or I wanted to know what happened with Ori after the fact. I wanted to know what happened to this world and what the turnaround looked like after the apocalypse. But that's not the point, is it? The point is living in the middle of the apocalypse, living in the middle of people forgetting and seeing the full tragedy of what that's like. So overall, pretty good book. I enjoyed it and I can't wait to see what you guys thought of it as well. And thank you for coming along with me on this walk as I try to get back in shape. We'll see how it goes. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. A mosquito just bit me.